What's up, everyone? 1 week past the Arnold, and I am finally bringing myself up to speed, and obviously the first things on my agenda is to release a brand new show for you folks. My guest is a very friendly face, or I should say a friendly voice, being a podcast, coming to you straight from the Tampa Bay area, home of the Buccaneers, the Lightning, and next year's WrestleMania. Allow me to bring back, as always, our friend and hopefully yours, Ricky Seda, also known as Ricky the Supps Guy. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. How are you, Sean? Welcome back from the Arnold, man. It looked like you had a good time out there.
Dude, it was absolutely crazy. I tell everybody they have to experience it once. I went in 2015, but didn't have a goal, didn't have a game plan. I was just like a kid in a candy store. Fast forward now, 4 years later, I'm working for the Spice Beast booth, and it's just in awe. I mean, they say I heard 100,000 people, 200,000 people go through this venue. It's something you have to experience, and for people that just love supplements, it's like Halloween. I mean, walking away with hundreds of thousands of just supplements and samples and everything else. But I'm going to go ahead and do a different show one day, kind of highlighting everything. But Ricky, first and foremost, I want to start with you, my friend. You are now an ambassador for a company. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's an honor. I've applied for many companies, but I got turned down more than once, but I just kept going, and I ended up applying for Yoked. It's a product that you can get online at yoked.com, the same way, Yoked with the ED at the end. And this product is truly an outside-of-the-box product, because this product has multiple clinicals backing it up, showing that this product can actually put on muscle 8 times faster than normal, because this product is only one ingredient. Well, actually 3, because it's got some flavoring. But this product is shown to be a myostatin reducer, that protein that circulates in your blood that can a lot of times blunt muscle growth. And it's highly anabolic. And it's definitely a product that has been doing wonders for many people. The science behind it is completely legit, and I'm more than excited to be representing this company.
Now, Ricky, I've done a little bit of research on it, and just don't want to go too far into the weeds, but it's a packet. So you take the packet independently, mix it with food, water, or what's the purpose or the ingestion means?
You can mix it in. You can actually take it however you want. It has a slightly sweet vanilla flavor, and it's not that bland vanilla kind. They actually did a really, really good job with the flavoring. It's just natural vanilla and just a teeny tiny bit of non-GMO maltodextrin. And you can literally open the packet up and just put it in your mouth and eat it as. I've done that multiple times. My wife loves it to death. She does the same thing. Sometimes if we go out and she forgot her protein to bring with us, she'll just open up the packet and right there. It enhances your protein. It makes it more anabolic, because a lot of the times too, depending on your gut microbiome, sometimes protein doesn't always get digested fully.
Sure.
Something like this that you can add in with your protein can make the amino acids even more absorbable into to make it past your stomach microbiome and into your bloodstream where you need it to build muscle. I mean, this product is awesome. I mean, I've seen people who cannot build muscle to save their lives, what we call sometimes hard gainers. Mm-hmm. And within a few months of using Yoked, they're making great progress. I mean, this product is definitely worth every penny that they're charging for it. And with my discount, my last name, SEDA20, you could get 20% off on yoked.com.
And Ricky, you and your wife just kind of, I guess, stumbled across this and just kind of invested a couple of dollars and obviously loved the product. Is that kind of how you guys came across?
Yes, we did, because I saw a couple posts on it, and I'm like, okay. And I wanted to see the research, and luckily I got in contact with somebody through Instagram who works for this company, and I messaged her and I said, look, I see there's a lot of hype behind your product, but I want to know if this product is hype or is this legit? And she happened to send me 4 different clinical trials on this one product alone. This product works for humans and it works for pets. I mean, this product has been shown to help pets that are aging or diseased help keep their muscle mass so they don't just shrivel away. I mean, this just unreal, man. I mean, I can definitely shoot you over the same clinicals if you want to check them out.
Yeah, no, I definitely would. I'd be curious to see, and maybe you can answer, and if not, that's fine. If the studies have been more on what's like healthy humans, or this sounds like it might be a good product for people that might have immune diseases, or maybe AIDS or muscle wasting type diseases. I don't know if they've looked at that aspect yet.
It's been done in both. It's been done in both.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and my wife, no lie, my wife can attest to this. My wife has always been thin, but she always had a hard time putting on muscle. For the first time in 7 years of being with my wife actually is starting to put on muscle, and she's been using the product for 2 months. She started noticing better recovery in less than 2 weeks.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and she uses it more than me. I mean, I'm on a temporary hiatus from a wrist injury, so she's been lifting. She's been using it even more than me. And my wife never had round shoulders. She now is starting to get shape to her shoulders. She's now forming a small football when she does a bicep pose, and I was like, wow. And my wife has always trained consistently, but she was one of those girls where sometimes, she got frustrated because she's like, I'm trying to build muscle. And now for the first time in her life, she's really putting on muscle at the age of 29. And this is a woman dealing with which had full body fibromyalgia for the majority of her life.
Oh, wow. Okay. Dude, it sounds like you need to step up your game then, because she's going to start leaving you in the dust.
I know. Well, she already has been leaving me in the dust, so I've kind of disagreed. I just kind of I've already been like, okay, it is what it is. but she knows once my wrist fracture heals, it's on.
But again, folks, it's once again the company's called Yolked, YOLKED.com. Obviously, follow them on Instagram. And also give Ricky a quick follow as well. I'm sure he can answer any questions to the best of his knowledge. Obviously he's one of the guys that does a lot of, obviously you're driven by a lot of clinical data for products where a lot of people aren't. So I give you a lot of credit, my man.
Thank you. Because I always, as I've said before on this show too, like if I suggest something, because you know how every product isn't guaranteed to work for everybody, but I always try my hardest to suggest things that have been shown to work for a lot of people. So, I mean, Yolked is definitely worth a try.
So what else is on your mind today, brother? It's been, God, I feel like it's been like 2-3 months since we chatted. I know there's a lot of stuff to talk about in a short amount of time.
Yes, it has. But I wanted to share with your listeners today a couple products in different categories that I think are not getting enough attention that I believe can do help for a whole lot of people. So the first product I was wanting to talk to you guys about, because nootropics, actually the first couple, nootropics are a huge supplement category now that I truly believe has been long overdue. I mean, because many of us deal with brain fog. Many of us, just lack of sleep when it comes up to stress, when it comes up to deadlines. I mean, even as a 37-year-old man, listen, if I'm not on some type of nootropic, I am easily forgetful. So I wanted to share with your listeners a couple things that I believe that'll definitely be of some major help. One is, at the end of the day, caffeine. When it comes up to all the nootropics, caffeine is still the most studied, still the most revered, because, as the way it raises your adrenaline, norepinephrine, and all the other good stuff. But it also can cross the blood-brain barrier. So caffeine, in my opinion, is still, now, for those of you that are sensitive, it's easily to supplement it with theanine. So a caffeine capsule, a lot of companies used to sell it in powders. I used to use NutriKey's caffeine powder a couple of years ago till they pulled it off the market due to an accident of somebody overdoing it. But you can easily get caffeine in capsule form. And theanine, which is probably my second favorite amino acid on the planet. So I looked around for some really, really good deals, and NutriBio, in my opinion, has the best deal on caffeine capsules. You could get like 500 for an awesome price. I mean, 500 capsules is only $19.99 on NutriBio.com. So if anybody just wants to take some, like a good, strong dose of caffeine, and you don't want to drink coffee, don't want to mix another pre-workout, caffeine is super easy. So I've looked around for deals. There's other good deals out there too. I mean, I'm sure you can, for those of you that shop at a supplement store, just about no, you can't walk into a supplement store and not see caffeine capsules. So caffeine and theanine together is an excellent combination because the theanine works with your brain's alpha wave activities. So theanine actually does help with brain health, but most people use theanine for its calming properties because I use theanine every night to help calm my brain down because, I'm always, customers, wife.
Oh, sure.
What article I'm working next is like at night, my adult ADD is still going, so I need some theanine to calm it down. But I also like taking theanine with whatever caffeine source I'm taking. And luckily, a lot of products now are adding theanine to the mix, like PE Science Prolific. I wrote an article about that last year. They make sure that there's theanine in that product, and they also use it in their alphamine because they know how good theanine can slow down that caffeine because a lot of times, in my opinion, always longer-lasting caffeine works way better than 4 cups of coffee at once, and then you get that crash. So you can easily get theanine in capsules from the same company, NutriBio. 90 caps, $23.99 on their site, and powder because I'm a powder guy because I take so many capsules. If a product comes in a powder form, I'd rather take that. And you can easily get more than 700 servings at 200 milligrams. Yeah, 750 at 200 milligrams for $31.99. I mean, so I think that's the best bang for your buck when it comes up to a caffeine-theanine combination. There are others. These are just the ones that I find and that I seem to see that is, in my opinion, the best bang for the buck deal there.
Ricky, have you ever tried just a typical cup of coffee and thrown in some powdered theanine in a cup of coffee?
I have done that too, but theanine and coffee does go great. When I run out of capsules, yes, I've done that before. Theanine and it's it's a little sweet because theanine is a derivative of green tea. So yes, that can be done as well. I've mixed theanine and coffee. I've mixed theanine with a Celsius packet, which that worked excellent, by the way. If anybody likes the Celsius packets, my personal favorite will always be the cranberry lemonade. A half a scoop of theanine definitely goes a long way in that as well too. And I got number love for Celsius, so I gotta always give them a shout out.
Ricky, what do you see for average dosages, or what do you recommend, or what are you seeing out there for theanine? That is
with theanine, it's usually 1 to 200. I haven't seen anything more than that.
Okay.
I have seen one pre-workout that has 350 milligrams of caffeine and 300 of theanine. Because the higher dose, most companies like to do a 2-to-1 ratio of caffeine to theanine.
Okay.
And I have taken a 1-to-1. I've taken 2-to-1. It depends on what I'm doing that day. Like, let's just say, because, I still live in Florida. If I take a super high dose of caffeine, I'm going to want a higher dose of theanine because the more caffeine, a lot of times we're still sweating from that caffeine being in our bloodstream. So I'll add a little extra depending on how much caffeine I'm consuming that morning. So I'll keep my brain focus and point, and I won't sweat as much. Like last Sunday, me and my wife went to Disney. I took a 200, I used a Celsius packet, but I took a full scoop of theanine with it because I wanted that caffeine to calm down because I was going back out into the 80-degree hot sun.
Sure.
So I didn't want to do like a 2-to-1. So that day I wanted to do a 1-to-1, and I just hydrated all day without sweating to death because, Magic Kingdom gets hot.
And so what do you take at night? Do you still take a full 100, 200 on the nights you use it, or do you do like a very low dosage?
I'll still do a 200 at night before I go to bed. I'll do 200 at night. So 1 to 200 in the morning, and then I'll do a 200 at night.
And Ricky, I know
I take on anywhere from 300 to 400.
And I know you plug NutriBio. Obviously, if everybody knows them, fantastic company. I mean, they're one of the first companies that went full disclosure. I might be wrong, but one of the first few that went full disclosure. But another company that I've been following a little bit is called Bulk Supplements, where everything's all in raw form and you can kind of make your own pre-workouts. I'm sure they see it there. I have no affiliation, but just another company to shop from.
Oh, yes. Bulk Supplements makes good stuff, too. I've used one product from Bulk Supplements, so I haven't gotten around to using other bulk supplements, but they're definitely one company that I'm looking at trying. I've used their pyruvate powder, and I definitely got some good results from pyruvate powder, but I will say this as a side note, if anybody does use Bulk Supplements pyruvate powder, start at a smaller dose and then go on up, because I read a book about pyruvate, and pyruvate is one of those forgotten ingredients for fat loss. But in powder form, it could be a bit harsh on the stomach if you go right away to a higher 1 to 2 gram dose. So whatever, especially if it's bulk supplements or any pyruvate powder, definitely start off low. Use probably about half a teaspoon and work your way up. But yeah, that's good stuff. So bulk supplements, pyruvate powder. If you definitely, is anybody looking for some fat loss, pyruvate powder from bulk supplements is an excellent choice.
You hit it right in the head a minute ago, brother, but God, I feel old because I haven't seen pyruvate or heard the name in probably 15 years.
Yeah, and you know what it is? One thing I noticed, and this is not true of every sports nutrition client, but stims seem to get all the attention for the most part.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, that doesn't mean for everybody, but there are so many excellent products that do great to your for your workout or just your fitness and health. But as soon as a new stem-based product comes out, everybody goes nuts, and that seems to be all the rage. While a lot of these non-stems have stood the test of time and are quite forgotten about very often.
Yes, but a lot of companies, though, which I like, are coming out with just an additional product in their catalogs or / line that are now caffeine-free or very low, if anything. A lot of stem-free products, which I like to a point.
Oh, yes, because Lean Works from Muscle Elements is hands down one of my favorites. Hands down. If anybody hasn't tried Lean Works from Muscle Elements, if you're looking for something to help your body tap into fat for energy, curb your appetite, I got to definitely let people know Lean Works is definitely one to check out.
Definitely. So what else is on your mind? That was a great little education for theanine, and everybody definitely give it a look.
Yes. And if you're looking for a brain product, there's this company known as Method Performance, and they make 3 excellent products. One is a brain product, the other one is an energy product, and the third one is a nighttime calming product. The one I definitely would like to give a shout out to is their brain product known as Mainframe. Mainframe is their nootropic product, so it definitely helps out with brain health, just like caffeine and theanine. If people are looking for a non-caffeinated boost too, this product actually has a vast array of ingredients, completely full disclosure label. It's a 4-capsule-a-day formula, and I absolutely love it. I've been on it for 2 months. It has patented ingredients like tea cream, which actually comes from the green tea, a plant that's in the green tea family, known as Camellia sinensis buchu leaf, because green tea is Camellia sinensis, that's it. Well, this one adds the buchu at the end. And this product, tea cream alone, has a lot of benefits like caffeine, but without the caffeine stimulation. So your heart's not going to explode. You're not going to not sleep if you take the product too late at night, because I've used tea cream from by itself on late night drives. So tea cream is definitely a great product within its own, but with the blend that is in Mainframe, I highly suggest anybody try it. If you're looking for something for added focus, there is also theanine in this product. So here you get focus and calming. So once again, this product already has 200 milligrams of theanine. So if you don't want to buy a separate theanine, this product is definitely good to take maybe early to midday to keep your focus, and it'll definitely still be calmer later on in the nighttime. You got lion's mane, which is hot right now because of its brain-boosting benefits and also fighting brain aging. You got subtomine, which is a derivative of one of the Bs. You have alpha GPC, short for glycerol phosphocholene. One of the best, in my opinion. I mean, there's others because there's citicoline, which is an excellent choline precursor for your brain. I like alpha GPC a little bit better. So that's also in this formula. You got Bacopa monnieri, which is good for brain health, which does a lot of the similar things of ginkgo, but with ginkgo biloba being getting negative press a lot lately because a lot of companies are not giving you true ginkgo biloba. Bacopa monnieri, you can't fake Bacopa monnieri, and it even has some blood sugar benefits is in this supplement as well. You got your acetylcarnitine and tyrosine, another choline precursor, because and acetylcarnitine actually helps fight the degradation of choline in your brain. Tyrosine, wake that dopamine up, and you also get some black pepper. So Mainframe from Method Performance, you can find them on chooseyourmethod.com, and you can even find them on Instagram as well.
And it's funny, I hope that they're listening to this or eventually will listen to this, because I've been kind of dialoguing with them, trying to get them on the show, but we just can't seem to connect timelines and stuff. But anyway, if you guys are listening, you just got a free plug.
Yes. They know I like them too. I've even messaged them on Instagram like, wow, you guys have an excellent product here, so keep up the good work. Another thing too, now this one's a little bit higher stem, that I've tried recently. I actually just got this week, so I'm actually going to do a post about this on not Facebook. Well, yeah, I usually plug it to Facebook as well. Another company that is full label disclosure out of New Jersey, and they are making some noise as of late. Well, they've been around for a little while. I've always liked this company, but I actually got a chance to try their fat-burning powder from Olympus Labs. This is an excellent company, and it's called Blood Shred. Blood Shred, this product will make you sweat. Guaranteed. If you're trying to lose some body fat, some water weight, and you want a powder form of a pre-fat burner, you can use 1 scoop twice a day if you like, or you could just take 2 scoops all at once. Blood Shred from Olympus Labs is definitely an excellent formula to try. This one has vegan aminos. This product also has Sephora Japonica flower bud, which is excellent for a fat loss aid, and it's not very stimulating from what I've seen. It has patented KSM-66 ashwagandha. You get 300 milligrams per 2 scoops to calm down the caffeine going on. It's got vanilla, which is also has, and it's funny, like vanillin that comes from vanilla extract actually has some fat loss benefits.
Yes.
The caffeine is 300 milligrams per 2 scoops, so it's 150 per scoop. So if I wake up tired, I'll take 2 scoops, but since I got it early this week, I've mainly been taking 1, with the exception of yesterday. I stayed up late watching Punisher Season 2 the other night, and I didn't get enough sleep before my doctor's appointment. But this product will definitely make you sweat. It will make you sweat, and it will make you sweat a lot.
What flavor are you using, my man?
I am using rainbows and stuff.
I love that.
Rainbows and stuff is good stuff.
I love all these unique flavors, but it's funny because I'd say when you look at 5 companies that are blowing up, I know Olympus Labs has been around for a couple of years, and they were actually one of the first guests on my show 4 or 5 years ago. But they've done an about face, and they're probably one of the biggest or fastest growing companies right now. I'd say maybe over the last year to 18 months. I know the guys over at Fitness Informant love them, and there's just a lot of good pub about them going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked at their website. So I was looking at like 1 or 2 of their other products that I'm looking at trying. I'm looking at trying their test booster soon, and I'm hearing a lot of great things about their protein powder.
Yes,
their protein powder is really good, from what I hear.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's on my agenda to start looking into some of their products too. Because again, I'd love to get my hand on the pulse, but obviously your testimony obviously goes far with me.
Oh, thank you. And so plug Olympus Labs. You guys are doing an excellent job, and I follow them. They're great people from who I've chatted with so far, and just man, they're doing big things. They're doing really big things. And full label disclosure, like how we like it here on SuppTalk Radio.
That's it. Amen. I know. I practice what I preach.
Yes, you do. What's another product? There's 2 more products that I also wanted to give a pretty good shout out to.
Please.
One product that you can pretty much find in a lot of local supplement stores, and if you don't have a small supplement store, I think the big box stores are carrying it too. I don't know if GNC carries it, depending on where your listeners, because I know people all over the country listen to your show. But I know the Vitamin Shop definitely carries this. It is Cage Muscle. They've been making a lot of noise. Yes, Chris Geffen. And my favorite product from them is actually not their pre-workout or their post-workout. And especially living here in Florida, which has darn near Africa-style temperatures some days, I truly believe their product HydroCharge does not get enough credit. I mean, HydroCharge I've tried multiple hydration products. I mean, many pre-workouts are throwing in extra doses of taurine, sodium, magnesium, potassium, and other electrolytes, but HydroCharge is unlike anything I've ever tried. I mean, and the taste is phenomenal. I'm drinking orange mango right now. I like this so much. I put a video on my Instagram story because my manager happened to put on Bob Marley, and I just started dancing with 2 bottles of HydroCharge, and so many people were hitting me up like, "What is that in your hand?" I'm like, "Listen, orange mango HydroCharge. You need to try this. You need to try HydroCharge." And because a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, Chris Geffen's line, I've seen it," but people don't realize how important hydration is. It's not even funny, especially if you live in a warm. To be honest, you should hydrate all year long, whether you live where it's cold right now or whether you live where it's crazy hot. I mean, hydration is very important. I mean, without hydration, your muscles cramp, your nutrients don't move through your bloodstream. You might get that funny feeling in your stomach that you don't like to have. I mean, hydration is ridiculously important, and especially to the fact that if you dehydrate, your body doesn't completely hydrate for about 2 days. So a product like HydroCharge definitely goes a long way.
So, Ricky, would you put it in the intra category if you had to maybe categorize it?
I can seriously. I've taken this product pre-workout. I've sipped on it during workout, and I've also sipped on it post-workout. I mean, honestly, you can take HydroCharge any time of the day.
Yeah, because
anytime. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's another company that's on the radar, and I'm going to give lots of plugs to Fitness Informant because him and I are good friends. We actually met at the Arnold, Ryan over there, but I know he's a big fan, and I haven't had a chance to try any of it. But again, I've never heard anything bad from that company either, or about that company.
Yeah, and a lot of people, because I'll get customers that come in, and I get a lot of runners, and they look at HydroCharge and it's like, oh, it's from Chris Geffen, it's just another bodybuilding product, and I'm like, no, this product is for everyone. In fact, it was my manager who actually told me about it, and he doesn't lift weights. He does a lot of body weight movements, and he has a home out in about an hour outside of Tampa. And he was like, man, one day I was gardening, and I couldn't hydrate, and he took a scoop of HydroCharge and started sipping on it. He says, man, I finished my tasks like nothing, and I still had energy. So I started looking in HydroCharge, and I initially thought the same thing. I'm like, okay, magnesium, potassium, sodium isn't very high. What's so special about this? But it's got 1 gram of taurine, which is good for cell volumizing and energy production. It's got 500 milligrams of coconut water. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but coconut water is also another natural source of electrolytes. But what really caught my attention was the Spectra blend. This Spectra ORAC blend is only 100 milligrams, but this blend is a patented, clinically validated blend that also helps produce nitric oxide. So where a lot of them fail is that they give you the minerals, but if there's nothing to help them absorb right away without a big dose of sugar, your body's going to pee those right out. Because, how many times are we out in the sun and we're drinking and we still can't hydrate because eventually you're going to have to go use the restroom or you're going to sweat it all out. So by this Spectra blend that can produce nitric oxide, your cells in your blood can absorb these electrolytes better. And the product tastes amazing. And you get 60 servings at a super affordable price. So I definitely wanted to plug HydroCharge today as well on the show. I mean, if you have a vitamin shop close to you, you can get it, or you can easily get it online at cagedmuscle.com. I have a friend who actually has a discount code. His name, you can use, it's Tristan10, Tristan 10. So if anybody wants to order it online, but check your store first because the stores actually sell it for cheaper than they actually do sell it online. So I definitely got to plug in Caged Muscle.
And I'm a big fan.
HydroCharge.
Not a lot of people use it, but I love the Spectra ORAC blends. I mean, for people that don't know it, it's almost taking extracts from kind of fruits and vegetables, if I kind of understand it correctly. Everything from, things like basil and cinnamon and broccoli and all sorts of other green leafies and kind of pulling all the vitamins and minerals out of it.
Yeah. It's excellent. It's excellent. So, yeah, especially orange mango. They all taste good, but I'm biased towards the orange mango flavor as well with the HydroCharge. But, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Any product that I see with Spectra in it, I definitely want to try, and it's good because you sweat a lot while you're working out because that's when most people are probably going to use this. You're going to sweat a lot, but an extra nitric oxide boost now it's not going to give you the same NO boost that 6 grams of citrulline or 1 gram of agmatine, but that nitric oxide boost is enough for you to absorb all this. So you're still going to feel like a nice little pump while you're working out if you only just use HydroCharge before your workout.
And as you said earlier, people always have the mindset of to hydrate due to sweating and everything else. But I'm calling you from Boston, and the biggest thing here is when we're out in the snow, even though we're not sweating and it's ice cold out, your body is losing moisture. Sometimes people forget that. They think it's the heat that makes you dehydrate, but it can also be really bad cold temperatures.
Yes, very true. Being a Philadelphian, I know that just as well. But where you were at is actually colder than where I was at.
Dude, it's this time of year. I mean, I don't miss Florida, but in these times of years, like today, it's 10 degrees. I definitely miss being in Florida.
Yeah. I you know what I miss about the North though? I actually do miss that change of weather, but then when it gets like 10 degrees and it's like, nah, okay, good thing we're only here for a couple of days. Time to come back.
Oh man! So as things wind down, I know you got to get to work in a little bit, Ricky. Let's quickly go down a different path here, and I guess how's your wrestling career going?
My wrestling career is actually going pretty interesting. As I've told you and all of you listening, I am a part of a company called Fight the World Wrestling. Due to injury, I kind of can't wrestle, but I've always been a huge fan of professional wrestling and have always wanted to be a part of a pro wrestling show. So a man by the name of Brian Idol, who's in Japan right now, so follow him on Instagram at @TheBrianIdol. Awesome guy, awesome performer, gave me a chance, and he liked how I talked, so I'm pretty much his manager. So I'm the manager to the Fight the World Wrestling Champion, and I've done 3 shows. One show where I did a promo on, as you saw, and if you want to see me fall flat on my face and which was a great time regardless, because did I send you that one, the one where I think I sent you the one where we attacked the guy.
Yes.
And then later on in the night, I sent you that one. I still look at it because I laugh at myself how I felt. But which was a good time. I started back in November. That was my first show. We did 2 shows last month, and I'm not going to lie, I have a blast with it. Get to talk and get the crowd angry because we're heels, we're bad guys. And it's just a lot of fun, man. I mean, just performing for people. And wrestling is making a huge comeback. Professional wrestling is making a major comeback nowadays. So I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm glad to grab the mic and talk a little trash and tell people how great Brian Idol is. And I'm having a lot of fun.
Ricky, is there a certain area, let me rephrase that, where do they generally have the shows? Obviously in Florida, but is there certain locales, or are they all up and down Florida?
Well, where we do the shows, the gym is out of Largo, Florida.
Okay.
So if anybody is interested in learning, hit me up on Instagram at Ricky the Supps Guy. I can tell you where to come. We've been doing the shows mainly in the Tampa area, and we did one show in Lando Lakes not too long ago. So far right now, we've been doing them in Tampa, but Brian Idol also has shows in New York. So Fight the World Wrestling is in New York as well as Florida.
And folks, let's be honest here. I'm a closet wrestling fan. I watch it. I understand that it's not real. Okay, let me just set that up front. I know Ricky does as well. But here's what I have to say, and I've learned this listening to different wrestlers' podcasts. Yes, the outcome is fixed. They're making it fake. But the bumps, the acrobatics, and the injuries they go through, that shit's real. So before you start the first thing out of your mouth saying wrestling is fake, try to take a bump on a mat and then call me or call Ricky or call whoever, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, and for those of you listening, the very next night, and Sean knows this, the very next night after my first, because sometimes I will go in and just take a bump just to know, just in case if a part of the show I have to take a bump. Yeah, that ring hurts. I don't care what anybody says. That ring hurts. Even the guys who do it night after night say, yeah, you just get used to it. You're bruised, but it's what we love to do. We love to perform. I mean, at the end of each show, I have people who booed me coming up, and I'm thinking they're going to curse me out, and they're like, man, you did your job, man. You were great out there. I'm like, oh, thank you. So it's a blast. But yeah, those guys are athletes. Those guys train for 6 to 10 hours a week, just like athletes in sports,
yep,
just to do that 10 to 15-minute match. And I see the preparation that they go through. I see the training. I see the hours of rolls, of running the ropes and getting slammed and practicing. I have so much more respect for professional wrestlers now that I'm a part of shows more than ever. But I'm also trying to learn the craft of, being a better performer. Even though I'm just a manager, I'm working hard to be just as a part of that match as the 2 guys in the ring. And I never knew how much the outside guy has something to do with getting the crowd hyped, pissing the crowd off, getting the guy, getting more people to focus on what we are and what I can do to bring more energy to the match. And man, it's just awesome.
Is it true your
name
is a
great experience.
Is it true your ring name is Ricky the Pimp Guy?
No, not the Pimp Guy. I am actually myself. I am Ricky the Supps Guy. I am the supplement consultant and manager to the champ. When I was trying to pick different names, and they saw my Instagram, I was like, no, be who you are. I'm like, I'm gonna go with Ricky the Supps Guy. I was like, yeah. So I go out in a shirt to a supplement brand. I talk crap to whoever I'm gonna talk to. Hey, dude, do you even lift? Look, I got some pre-workout for you. And the very first show, people in the crowd were like, hey, Ricky, we want subs. And I'm sitting there trying to get them to boo me. But in actuality, they see me with a bag of subs, and they come up to me after the show like, hey, man, you got any of that pre-workout you were giving out at the show? And I've actually made a couple fans, more interested in proper supplementation. So it's working out both ways, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, I know the clock is ticking here. As always, Ricky, let's kind of wind down a little bit. Let everybody know where they can follow you, your website for your writings. Spit it all out for us.
Oh, yes. My writings, I'm going to be honest, I haven't written anything in a couple months, but I am actually working on 2 articles right now. But if you want to see any of my past stuff, RickyTheSuppsGuy.com, RICKY, my name, V, and Supps, SUPPS, GUI.com. You can find my articles there. One is coming soon. I'm actually finishing one up by the middle of next week. You can also find me on Instagram at RickyTheSuppsGuy. And Facebook, I don't use too much, but I'm Ricky Seda on Facebook if anybody wants to look me up there. And I'll be hitting the forums really, really soon too on Anabolic Minds. And if anything else, you can definitely find me the most on Instagram. I post there more than anything else. So that's usually the quickest way to find me. And feel free to shoot me a DM. If I don't get back to you within that time, trust me, I'll get back to you within a day. Because, writing, working, wrestling, marriage, it gets pretty busy. But I will definitely get back to you, work my hardest to get back to anybody within 24 hours. And I hope to be on soon because I still got like 3 other products that I wanted to talk about. But I definitely hope we can do this again next week.
And, folks, I just want to quickly put a little asterisk on closing this up here. So this is not an infomercial. Ricky's not making any money from any of the companies that he's plugged, aside from, obviously, he's an ambassador for Yoked. But the other products that we've talked about, it's what he likes, what I likes, might work for you, might not work for you. Again, we're not making any money out of it, just sharing information and, obviously, what you want to do with it, do the best with it. Anyway, folks, thank you, as always, for downloading us. Be sure to visit my new website, SuppTalkRadio.com. You can find what's on my mind, coupons, podcasts that are still being uploaded, and anything else. And as always, my email is SuppTalk1@gmail.com. Thanks so much, folks. Have a great day.
Thanks, y'all.
This guy, as a young man, had a dream to become a big movie star, to come to Hollywood and to become a great director and producer and a writer and all those kind of dreams he had. Of course, everyone told him it can't be done. But, he wouldn't take no for an answer, and he moved across from New York to Los Angeles to Hollywood. And, of course, one day, after struggling, like we all do in the beginning, to get into TV and into movies, he had this idea of writing a script. And in longhand, he wrote this script, which was Rocky.
It's all about dreams, and by the way, dreams cost nothing. They're free. The hard part is just keeping them going, and please keep them going because we're here for one simple reason. He believed in the dream, I believed in the dream, and our dreams come true, and there's no reason every one of yours can't either.